While Dragon Ball Super has been the weakest series in the Dragon Ball canons to date, meaning GT doesn't count, it isn't without its merits. The movies in particular are fantastic, minus the clunky looking CGI of some of the fights or the majority of Resurrection F's existence. But bringing fun and interesting characters has been one of Akira Toriyama's strong suits since the inception of Dragon Ball. So today let's take a look at my top 5 characters introduced in Super. We're going anime only today, so while I think Moro is the best villain introduced in Super so far, he's being omitted. Number 5, Whis. Whimsical sensei characters are one of Akira Toriyama's trademarks. While Whis may not be as goofy as Master Roshi or King Kai before him, he still brings plenty of charm to the table as a laid-back foodie. The scene of him asking for it to go plate before Beerus was about to destroy the Earth in Battle of Gods, or being in an over-the-top state of euphoria after eating a microwave cup of noodles given to him by Vegeta in order to receive training from him, instantly coming to mind. Goku has pretty much been his own master since completing his training with King Kai in the Saiyan Saga, while Vegeta has never had an on-screen master up until this point, so it was an interesting change of pace, particularly for Vegeta. Whis has been an integral part in their development as fighters, educating Goku to have more presence of mind in battles while telling Vegeta that he needs to relax his mind and body in order to reach their full potential as fighters. He even trains the seemingly all-powerful Beerus and effortlessly reins in the God of Destruction when Whis thinks he's getting out of hand. And don't you just love that one scene of Whis drawing his signature on Goku and Vegeta's uniforms in the middle of that sparring session in Resurrection F? Brilliant. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have Hit. A more quiet and stoic character similar to Piccolo, Hit brings a genuine cool factor as an icy assassin. He even successfully killed Goku, if only momentarily. Universe 6's trump card wasn't done justice in the Tournament of Power, but his appearances prior to that were absolutely excellent. Hit's time skip is one of the most unique abilities within the Dragon Ball Super canon, and he implements plenty of skill compared to just brute force, which is very refreshing. Having that dope-ass design of his definitely doesn't hurt either. He's one of the main reasons why I think Universe 6 should get a spin-off series or a movie. Number 3 is Caulifla. Some may think I ranked her a little high, but I love the shit out of her character. Her introductory scene of her posted up with her feet up, eating a large piece of meat presented her as a boss. The other prominently featured Saiyans that we see from Universe 6 are almost Earthling-like in nature, but Caulifla brings that brash, savage energy that we're used to seeing from Saiyans that lived on planet Vegeta in Universe 7. While a jerk to others, her big sister relationship with Kale showed that she had a heart, though their scenes together in the Tournament of Power could get a bit sappy from time to time. I just don't like Kale. That definitely doesn't help either. She's without a doubt the most skilled Saiyan from Universe 6 that we're introduced to, and the fused Kefla's battle with Goku proves to be one of the strongest moments in the Tournament of Power. Out of all the Universe 6 characters that I need to see more of, Caulifla tops that list by a decent margin. Moving on to number 2, we have Broly. An icon long before Dragon Ball Super even existed, I always thought the original Broly was kinda trash. His first movie was solid, while the 2 sequels ranged from very unnecessary to complete trash. For his actual introduction into the canon, Akira Toriyama stepped in and created the best movie in all of the Dragon Ball film series. The dumbass motivation of wanting to kill Goku for crying as a baby in the infirmary was retconned, thank Kami, and his backstory was fleshed out quite a bit. His backstory with the monster he befriended on planet Vampa was quite cool, and wearing his severed ear to remember him by was quite touching. And I adored the change from Broly killing his father Paragus in the original movie after he lost control to him being driven insane and pushed to become a Super Saiyan from seeing his father's corpse in the Super film. Broly's life being saved by Cheelai was definitely the right call, and I look forward to seeing him being treated as a protagonist in any future appearance from the character. I also claim that Broly's one-on-one with Vegeta is the best fight in all of Dragon Ball Super up until this point. You gotta love that movie budget. I really wish the series had a similar take on the animation, because a lot of the animation in the Super series does not do much for me a lot of the time, but that's neither here nor there. And moving on to our number 1 spots, we have Beerus. Excuse me, I should have said Lord Beerus. The holder of the number 1 spot is an excellent combination of goofy and cool, and I've adored his back and forth with Bulma since they first met. He's also a neutral character, not a protagonist despite his growing fondness for Goku, Vegeta, and Bulma. Beerus is a god, and he chooses not to interfere in battles on the planet or really any moral affair unless he chooses to, as he cares more about the food from Earth vastly more than the planet itself or the people on it. While a lazy and silly babysitter for Bulma at times, the tension he created when he decides to get serious with Goku before Goku decides to go see Zeno is one of his best scenes. I love when Beerus gets serious. While my favorite scene of Beerus is a bit on the sillier side as well, being when he went to that one planet to try their food, and he thought it was good, but it was kind of greasy. He then proceeded to tap his finger on the table and blow up half the damn planet, killing countless people in the process just because he thought the food was a bit greasy. It sucks that the God of Destruction sparring before the Tournament of Power didn't get the same treatment in the anime that it did in the manga, or the fight between a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Beerus also did not get an anime treatment. Really, some of my favorite stuff from the manga. I haven't gotten to see Beerus brawl since his excellent match with Goku for the fate of the Earth in Battle of Gods, which is a shame. Beerus is awesome. We need more Beerus. And that's the list. Notice that Jiren wasn't on it? That's because fuck Jiren. Very strong fighter indeed, but a ridiculously boring and poorly written character. You agree? Disagree? Leave it in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.